Okay. We're giving this trailer a second watch, and we're going to pause it a little bit
Peggy
and
16.
figure out what we can see. So it starts off with this figure talking about Miquella staring at his cocoon. We don't know who this is.
Pure and radiant.
Pure and
He
radiant.
wields love to
He
shrive
wields
clean
love,
the hearts
shrive
of
clean
men.
the hearts of men. So that's talking about how Miquella is this charismatic, radiant being who's able to use this charisma to manipulate people. And there he is, in his cocoon,
There is nothing
yet to
more
be awakened.
terrifying.
Nothing more terrifying than that type of ability to compel people to do your will. And then here we get the first view of this, like, altered... I don't know if this is an altered Langdell. It has, like, the yellow hay of Langdell, but it has all these spirits all over and clearly new architecture and everything. So it could be like a Shadow Realm version, or a completely new zone. It could be a completely new zone. The Deathroot is all over, sprawling from the cliffs, and the terrain is, like, jagged. Yeah, look at this terrain. It's been, like, destroyed by some type of upheaval. It's almost as if the Deathroot from beneath Elaine Dell sprouted up, strangled the Erdtree, and kind of caused this earthquake upheaval everywhere. And you get this new terrain. It's very uneven, less flat. It's all black and dark Deathroot everywhere. I like how you see this, like, the tapestries falling down from the tree. I wonder what that signifies. Sort of like a silk. Kind of like, maybe because Miquella was birthed from his cocoon, and it was sort of like a silkworm cocoon. I don't know. And then you have this symbol of this knight, some type of holy symbol. Is this Miquella's great rune, perhaps? Or some other great rune? This armor looks amazing. This is like some gladiator armor with this mask. I don't know if this is a... You must be able to get this armor and this sword, right? I can't wait to use it.
In that forsaken place.
And this pot weapon. They throw around, later in the trailer, a player character's throwing around this giant pot weapon. That looks awesome.
Blood must spill.
Blood must spill.
Blood of your fellows.
So, the blood of your fellows must spill. So he's talking about Miquella. So apparently Miquella completed some kind of ritual where he must have spilled the blood of his friends. So maybe all of the Shattering War, where all the demigods and everyone killed each other and perished, was part of his plan to ascend. Sort of like something like Griffin. I can't tell who this is in this picture. I first think of Fia, Deathbed Companion, when I look at this, but I don't know. And this old man is indistinguishable. These look like the pots like Alexander the Warrior Jar, obviously. So I assume this is somewhere where all of the bodies are collected, because the Warrior Jars collect the corpses of people slain during the war and bring their bodies to the roots of the Erdtree for Erdtree burial. So it could be Miquella employed these and brought them all into one place to gather sacrifices. I don't know. And here we have just a cool little lava zone. I don't know if there's any lore significance to this that I can see. This is a very cool view of this castle. I love the walkway up with the chasm on either side. That is fucking cool. And then you get like the crumbling rocks. Maybe they lead into the sky.
Never saints. They just happen to
This
be
fire
on the
golem
losing
boss
side
is
of a
dope.
war.
Look at that face on that. This looks like almost like the if I'm not mistaken, like the sign of the eclipse from Castle Sol. And now that I mention that, the sky sort of looks like what a sky would look like during an eclipse, doesn't it? Sort of like this sort of twilight. Now this enemy reminds me of something straight out of Bloodborne. This kind of suctions him, and you get the view of the moon in the background. So very Bloodborne-esque. This boss looks really cool. I thought it was like something like Morgott at first, because of the tattered robes and the feet, but clearly it's not. It has some kind of like, it's like a stacked dog head. Is it like two enemies stacked on top of each other and they wield lightning? I don't know. Some type of chimera, perhaps? I don't know.
Mother,
And this is Miquella.
wouldst thou truly lordship sanction in one so bereft of light?
Is there truly lordship in one so bereft of light? He looks fucking cool. He has like the snake motifs going on. And snakes are usually like traitors, like they're sneaky. So it's clear that he's kind of a bad guy, right? If that is Miquella. You got new weapons here. He's throwing like a thrown dagger weapon. That's going to be really cool, Ash of War. Or maybe it's like the charged R2. A lot of stagger damage. And you get this cool spell. I don't know if it's like a rod or a life spell. And then you get this, jumping kick. Check that out. That reminds me of like the what were they called? Dragon Fists from Dark Souls 2 with like the spinning move. But now you get a kick. I can't wait to try that out. I hope it's a dex weapon. And now look at this guy. Throwing this gigantic bomb. Boom.
I presume you
I can't wait to
too
use
are
that.
keen to know.
This armor looks fucking amazing. Love the cape. Love the crossbow.
Just
And then it looks like this looks like the head of that boss with the wielding lightning. So you must be able to get a weapon like this as well. And this flowing dancer sword looks sick. That's going to be fun to use. This is what I'm most excited for. Of all the weapons they showed, I hope that this enemy drops this gravity sword. It looks fucking stunning. Like, look at that. Is that a heavy thrusting sword? Is that a gravity heavy thrusting sword? Or is it like a knight's greatsword? I mean, it looks big enough to be a colossal, so it really could be any of the three. But judging by the hilt here, I would guess it's a heavy thrusting sword. This enemy looks sick. He throws like a bone boomerang. He reminds me of something from maybe Ori of the Blind Forest. Like, look at this horse that's sinking into the mud. He's only halfway out of the soil, and this rider is like some kind of undead. You can see his rib cage, and he only has these two beady glowing eyes. This almost looks like the chamber where you fight like Midir, right? This dark purple cavern. Very dark thing.
those stripped.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to make of this character. You know what? This is probably the guy from the painting. At the beginning of the trailer, there's a painting of a guy and then like a kid next to him, or a woman next to him. It looks like he's been maybe sacrificed. And he's trying to save himself? I wonder if he's an enemy or...
Of the race of gold shall all meet death. In the embrace of Lesna's flame.
Come now.
He looks sick.
Touch the withered arm and travel to the realm of shadow. I will not be far
Look at this. The Crucible Knight attack, and he's wielding a twin blade, right? Look at that. Yes, that's a twin blade, and it looks like the Ash of War for that twin blade is going to trigger the Crucible Knight wing attack, where you fly up into the sky, dive bomb down, and look, he dive bombs against this boss, who's probably Miquella. Look at that. Look at that shot. That is...
May we meet again.
Okay. So we're going to let this last clip play, and then rewind a little bit. So here's what I presume is young Miquella. And there's the Erdtree. It looks like it's deceased. It has this white spectral sort of motif going. It's crumbling. It's falling down. And it eclipses the sun behind it. So let's rewind slightly. And I want to put on subtitles here so I can hear exactly what they're saying. Let's see.
Blood of your fellows.
Blood of your fellows.
The Erdtree faithful.
Erdtree faithful. So Erdtree faithful. Those loyal to the Erdtree were those that were sacrificed.
They were never saints.
They were never saints.
They just happened to be
They
on
happened to be on the losing side of the war. That's what happens. They picked the wrong side. The Erdtree was not meant to be the victor. Okay. Now let's see this text.
Mother, wouldst thou truly lordship sanction in one so
One so
bereft of light?
So he's basically questioning why his mother Marika would allow a tarnished so bereft of light to become the Elden Lord. So he's basically challenging you for your position of Elden Lord, I think is where the story is going. That moveset is sick, by the way. That curved flowing moveset where he dodges to the left. That's going to be a fun level. See these already. Cool kick, cool spells, cool giant thrown bomb. Amazing. I can't wait to try out all of them. You know I'm going to be making PvP videos of every single one.
Just what kind Miquella is doing here.
What kind of it is? Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death. So those stripped of the grace of gold, the demigods and the tarnished, right?
Grace of gold shall all meet death
in the embrace of Mesmer's flame. That's what he says. What is Mesmer's flame?
of Mesmer's flame.
Let's take a good look at him here. Yeah, he has a lot of snake motifs. Very similar to like Rykard, right? He's draped in red. He has these long kind of arms. And it looks like he wields a blood flame similar to Moog. So I wonder if Mesmer, that he's talking about here with Mesmer's flame, could that be referring to the same Lord of Blood, or the Lord of Truth that Moog worshipped? I don't know. I would guess yes. He has like snake scales on his armor too. It looks like snake scales. Red, golden. He has the red hair like his father Radagon. The Drake wing helm. You get the wings and the snake.
Come now. Touch the withered arm and travel to...
Touch the withered arm and travel to the realm of shadow. Okay, so that's our answer. Someone is telling us, who sounds like it could be Melina or Ronnie. I can't tell by the voice. They're referring to the arm sticking out of the eggshell in Moog's boss room. This arm that's sticking out like this. And I guess we're being transported to a realm of shadow. So it's probably an alternate reality of Altus called the realm of shadow.
The realm of shadow. I will not be far behind. May we meet again.
I will not be far behind. So I think that's a new female character's voice. I don't think that is Ronnie. I don't think that is Melina. I wonder if it's Marika. It could be Marika. I wonder if that's Marika. Honestly? It could be. I think it's Miquella, though. And I think that's Miquella. Like a before and after, perhaps? Look at this background. Look at this art. So it looks like this is our new open world zone. It's this new zone called the Realm of Shadow that surrounds the Erdtree. So it's going to be a modified version of Altus Plateau that looks like it's in shambles, it's in ruins. You can see there's a lot of elevation. There's a Church of Marika in the background. There's all this flame and desolation. There's the death roots sprouting up from the various cliffs and crags. Then an eclipse is going on in the background, and the death-blighted Erdtree is the kind of the cause of the eclipse. This is gonna be a sick DLC. It's gonna be sick. I'm fucking hyped.